Hi guys, and welcome back.
Sit down.
Hi guys, and welcome back to We Watch Women's Wrestling.
Because you're too quick.
Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to
We Watch. Oh my god.
Hi guys, and welcome back to
We Watch Women's Wrestling.
I'm Bri Anna.
And I'm Damien.
And welcome to episode 3.
Episode 3, you guys. We did episode 3.
FABULOUS.
Let's get right into things.
So excited. You guys have been sending lots of love our way. We've been really enjoying it.
We're kind of getting a little nervous. Like, we're kind of waiting for the hate. But,
yeah,
you know,
we're waiting for it. But we're ready for that.
We're ready for that.
We're
We're ready for that hate. So send it our way because we'll give back love.
Yes.
Where do we start off?
So we're going to start off with Battleground, which was the most recent pay-per-view leading up to SummerSlam. So what we had was a fatal 5-way match with Tamina, Lana, Natty, Charlotte, and Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, not Carmella.
No, she wasn't in it. Who are we forgetting?
Becky!
Becky!
Whoa!
Oh! Straight
How
fire!
could we forget that, aren't
Straight
we?
blanked. I thought the match was awesome. I think the pay-per-view itself.
Yeah, the pay-per-view itself was not good at all. Like, I really lost interest. It was just hard to watch.
It was.
Very boring.
I don't remember what was on the card beyond the women's match.
I mean, I remember the Punjabi prison match because they were hyping that up so much.
So let's talk about the women's match because that's probably the most important thing to talk about,
Yeah,
right?
who cares about all the other shit?
Yeah, I liked it. I was pretty hyped the whole way through. It was fast-paced. I was a little nervous. I'd said last time on the show that Charlotte might be taken out of the match due to like Lana, but that's not what happened. So let's talk about the eliminations. Let's go down the eliminations. So the first one eliminated was Tamina.
Which was a bit of a surprise for us personally, because in our last video we predicted that she was kind of going to be one of the last women standing along with Lana. But she was the first eliminated by Becky with the disarmor, and then
Immediately,
she turned right around and she did the same thing to Lana, which we were like, thank God. Now it's just left with Natty, Becky, and Charlotte.
Natty comes in for the quick like pin, bam, Becky's out.
Yeah.
Charlotte and Natty?
Charlotte and Natty.
I'm like, Charlotte's taking it home. Charlotte's gonna win.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, what happened, Bri Anna?
We were proven wrong. Charlotte went in for the shooting star press. Natty put her knees up.
Natty countered.
Turned right around and threw her into the turnbuckle.
Slammed her head in the turnbuckle
Yeah.
and won, which,
But-
okay.
All in all, we were very excited that Natty won, but it was very anticlimactic. Like, I was thinking...
Sharpshooter or like a finisher.
She
not
would
just,
tap out to her finisher or something. She just kind of threw her into the turnbuckle, pinned her, and it was over.
Bam, she won. And I'm like, are you serious? We're getting Natty and Naomi for SummerSlam?
Awesome. That was not the way we thought things were gonna go. And
At all.
I don't know. I feel like when WWE gets to that point where it's like, all right, the same thing keeps happening and happening, it's predictable. They kind of like throw things at you that you get really excited for.
Honestly, to see Natty win that match was kind of like,
A shock.
wow. Yeah, it was a shock. Natalya Neidhart and Naomi are going to go one-on-one for the Smackdown Women's Championship at SummerSlam. Those two women,
They're gonna show out.
They are going to show out at SummerSlam, and honestly, it's one of probably my favorite matches that I'm looking forward to for SummerSlam.
So moving on to the following week's SmackDown Live, which we actually attended. We were floor seats, 3 rows from the ring. It was legit.
It was epic. We were there. You probably saw us on TV. Actually, let me pull out the little sign that we had. We had, it's glow time, baby. And then we had this, of course, the show's logo. Hello.
We've attended a few shows, like live shows, but we've never been on the floor, and it's definitely a bit of a different experience.
It is. It has its ups, it has its downs.
Yes, Damien actually has some stories he wants to tell because him and the SmackDown Live Women's Champions are actually best friends.
Yeah, me and Naomi are kind of like, you know, homies. We kick it every once in a while via Twitter. Wow, where do I even start? So Naomi, back in April for WrestleMania, she retweeted my video that I made of me like dancing to her entrance music. And she followed me on Twitter then. She retweeted my signs that I made. I was like, oh my God. So we get to the show.
We literally thought she was gonna invite us backstage.
I'm like, hey girl, what bar you want to go to after?
Yeah,
I know
girl,
RBA.
we're gonna get drunk. We'll show you around Richmond. It'll be cool.
We're gonna be going all over Richmond. Like, we got this. When the show opened up, it was us, my sign, and Naomi tweets me during the show, and she's like, hey, I see you. Like, put the sign up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she sees me. Twitter went crazy. We're all like hyped. We're like, oh my God. We had drank like 2 Four Locos. Like, it was, I mean, we were taking it back. It was amazing. Sadly, she did not come out. I kind of understand now why she probably tweeted me, because she's like, hey, boo,
Yeah,
I'm not going to come
gonna
out.
see you.
It's okay, because we actually
Yeah, we actually saw her when she made her return after she had been injured for a while when she was forced to relinquish the title the first
the
time.
week before WrestleMania.
Yeah, and oh my God.
That was epic. When she
It
came
was
out and did
amazing.
that,
He
like,
didn't think she she was gonna come.
I didn't.
I kind of felt like she was gonna show up and her music hit and we literally lost our shit.
Yeah, we did. And she came out in like 300 natty with like that hurricanrana on the ramp.
Amazing.
It was like, what? So we had floor seats. I will say the upsides of it, yeah, we were down there, we were on TV. The downside is, it was like we were there, we were like trapped in like this, like we couldn't see people come out, like people around us that were like causing a couple of problems. I will say, if you go to a live show, either you have to be on right at the barricade, or like just a little elevated. Yeah, just so you can like see everything, because it was at times quite hard to see because people were in front of us.
Yeah, because people were standing up and you couldn't see anything. We couldn't see anybody coming down the ramp at all, which I kind of like seeing that part.
So yeah, the people around us were one thing about maybe like the downfall.
There's always that one person that is just way too wasted and way too excited to be there, and they just don't shut the fuck
but
up.
I don't even think he was wasted. I think he was just obnoxious.
He's like a 40-year-old man there with his mother.
With his mother.
And he yelled at Damien to put his sign down. Like,
get the fuck
He's like, we're
out
trying
of
to
here.
take pictures.
He was just screaming like profanities, like, and just like saying
the same thing over and
at one point JBL comes out. All right, we all know JBL's a fucking asshole. He's like, JBL's a bully. I'm like, yeah, we know. That was like a year ago, dude.
All right, say it once and then end it.
Yeah, just so you guys know, you heard that chant, "You can't wrestle" towards Lana at SmackDown.
He started it.
I mean, we did kind of like.
We were kind of, teaming up with
one.
him, but then we were kind of like, maybe she can wrestle, and we were like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, some guy cussed him out eventually. He was like, shut up, or like, you're gonna be removed from the show. And we were like, yeah. And then there was a child in front of us who, like, bless his little heart, he probably was like.
Damien didn't want to be mean to. His favorite Shinsuke Nakamura was there, and he kept asking Damien, hey man, can you see? And Damien was like, yeah man, I can see. And then we couldn't see.
His mother who
drinking her white wine.
Yeah, and let her, like, he fell. Remember when the little kid fell?
Oh, 2 little kids fell in their chair.
Yeah, they were standing up on him, but he was a sweet kid.
Yeah, he was. You guys were conversing.
We were like having a good time.
Which I don't think that's a word, but you guys were talking the whole time, like about. You guys were really excited. A lot of different generations at WWE shows. I always think it's really interesting to see how many different people are at live shows.
Really, yes. Uncomfortable.
As we said, there are some ups and downs to being on the floor, and I think ups and downs to being a WWE fan in general. Jinder Mahal came out. People were being really mean.
It was beyond mean. It was like a little.
Racist.
It was uncomfortable. Yeah. For a minute, I remember looking at you and being like, should we leave? Like, this is weird.
Like, I remember at one point, like, his back was to us and he was talking to the camera, and there was this old white man just the whole time, like, flicking him off, and I was so.
And just saying,
don't make me a Slurpee, like.
Yeah, like, dude, like, these are like essentially actors. Like, okay, go make me a Slurpee, because you probably work at 7-Eleven. He's up there making his millions being the WWE champion.
But then again, we were talking about how Vince McMahon kind of like makes this heat happen.
He fuels it.
Yeah, he fuels the fire. We saw it with Rusev and John Cena, and we've seen it with Rusev a lot, honestly, with the USA versus whoever, and you have the crowd chanting USA, USA.
Yeah, we gotta get away from that.
We're kind of like, go Jinder.
Yeah, we were like,
people were
Jinder
being
Mahal.
so mean.
Yeah, we're not gonna repeat the things that some people were saying, because it was just like beyond, like, come on, dude.
It's
like,
2017.
he's like,
get your shit together.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's get to the women's match.
Oh, first, hold on. Are we gonna talk about this Jericho?
Oh yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, we need to talk about first. Our baby daddy made a return.
Something we did not expect at all happened, and it was like
I cried literal tears. Chris Jericho came out and to fight Kevin Owens and AJ Styles, and nobody was expecting that. Who was supposed to be there that we thought was supposed to be there? Dolphy Ziggs did not make an appearance. Ziggs with his beautiful luscious hair was supposed to be there, and he did not. He was replaced with Chris Jericho, which I don't know if he was actually replaced, but I would, that was great.
It was.
This is the first time he's been there since him and Kevin Owens had that feud, and Kevin Owens defeated him.
Since he went on tour with Fozzy. So I guess it was just a one-time thing. Yeah, thanks, Chris Jericho, for making an appearance in Richmond, Virginia. We loved it. Love you, baby. Her baby, not my baby.
My baby.
Sorry. Yeah, so anyways, let's get to the women's match that was that night. Oh no, so Naomi didn't come out that night, and we were all like, aw, boo, we saw her already. So her and Natty had an exchange backstage, and I loved the dialogue, because Natty was like, you turned that title into a toy. I'm gonna restore
she's saying what the WWE Universe is saying.
Feeling. Yes, I guess, apparently. And then Naomi was like, girl, I put me in this title, okay? And I'm like the champ, because she is the champ, alright? Stop playing.
Yeah, let her have her fucking moment.
Yeah, like that title is lit. So we saw Charlotte and Becky versus Lana and Tamina. And the match was, it was like quick, it was cool, it was fun. Charlotte gave me a thumbs up on the commercial break because she saw me holding the sign.
He thinks she did.
I know she did, bitch. Of course, Charlotte and Becky win. And then, Lana's left in the ring like, with her like, oh my god, how did I lose? And then Tamina's like,
yeah, that whole partnership's kind of weird.
Like
I keep thinking it's gonna turn into like Tamina beating the shit out of Lana, and it never goes that way. So that's, I don't know what they're doing.
It doesn't. We need it to happen already. So.
Moving on to the following week's SmackDown Live, which we saw Naomi and Becky versus Natalya and Carmella.
That match to me showed Naomi like in a very vulnerable situation, and then she was almost tapping to Natalya's sharpshooter, and then she like was like, rah! And she grabbed the rope, and then Carmella tags herself, does her little like, I don't know what that move's called, Carmella the leg thing, and then she like flips her over.
Silence, I think it's Cone of Silence. I think it's
really.
Called. I'm pretty sure.
Is that like her? So anyways, Carmella's doing the Cone of Silence to Naomi, and Naomi flips her over into the Slayo mission. You alright? She does the Slayo. She Slayo-mazed her ass.
Naomi Slayo-mead.
So we're building up to SummerSlam. So at SummerSlam, we are going to have Natty versus Naomi for the SmackDown Women's Championship, but there is Carmella lurking in the shadows with her Money in the Bank briefcase.
This past week, James Ellsworth actually returned and helped Carmella defeat Naomi on SmackDown Live. So, you know, we kind of thought it was a shoo-in for Naomi to win at SummerSlam. Now I really feel like Carmella's going to cash it in with the help of James Ellsworth and take that title. I'm saying it now. We're doing our predictions. I think Carmella's going to cash in and win.
I'm a little pissed off about... I did. I made us new drinks. I'm a little pissed off about, so they were in Toronto last show. Natty was, you know, not out there wrestling, and it was kind of like a slap in the face. She's from Canada. I love Natty. I need Natty to like absorb this moment and take this moment in. I need her to be a strong force to be reckoned with, and I need them to like give her a storyline that's gonna sell that. I mean, we have one more week until we have another SmackDown.
Like, she should be beating people every week. Like,
yeah, she should be like,
I'm coming for that title.
Yes.
Carmella winning this past week, I feel like it's more like shading towards her winning at SummerSlam.
If they give that title to Carmella at this point...
We're boycotting the WWE.
I am. Carmella fans, believe me. She is who she is, but like at this point, wrestling ability-wise, girl, where you at?
Impressed.
Where you at, boo? Like, Alexa and you were both called up, and where's Alexa? She's a champion on Raw now. Not for her, maybe not for her wrestling abilities, but for her charismatic abilities that you have yet to retain. And I will say, on this past SmackDown, she came out, and it was like, I mean, I guess it was the Toronto crowd, but it was like back where we started, girl.
Yeah, but I felt like that crowd was rowdy. Like, they were reacting to a lot, but they did not react to Carmella.
It was like back to square one for Carmella. It was just like she came out.
No.
Cricket, like
no cheers, no boos, nothing.
So I guess James came in right when he needed to. So we'll see what happens with that.
But another big thing that happened in
so that night, yeah. So let's talk about the next match, which was, can't believe they even did this. Charlotte versus Lana. We were both scared about Lana beating Charlotte, maybe Tamina coming in and helping her, but like that ended the way it should have. Like,
yeah, like she squashed her.
Yeah, again.
Tamina didn't interfere. I mean, it was. I don't really know the point of the match, but it was good to see Charlotte kick her ass.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. And then like we also got to see Charlotte's ass.
Yeah, we got to see Charlotte's ass.
Yeah, thanks to Lana.
We didn't personally.
We didn't, but someone did at the Toronto show.
Send us a screenshot if you got it.
And then Lana goes backstage and she's like, I'm sexy, and Tamina, you're a good wrestler. What can we do together?
Yeah, and it's another situation where I really thought Tamina was going to beat the shit out of Lana, and she didn't.
What's going on, Lana?
I guess Lana's going to help Tamina be ravishing.
Like, poor Tamina. Like, but then again, Tamina, like, flubs on her lines all the time.
She was like, what?
Tamina, we'll see what happens. So, that's the SmackDown SummerSlam picture. Let's switch over to Monday Night Raw.
Which, honestly, in my opinion, is not as entertaining in any way, shape, or form as SmackDown Live.
Same here, girl.
Yeah. Going back a couple of weeks, we saw Bayley versus Sasha, which, you know, Alexa Bliss really helped build up because it's best friend versus best friend for the opportunity to fight, right?
Alexa Bliss,
Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam.
Yep.
Bayley won.
Bayley won over Sasha.
I was legitimately surprised.
I was a little upset. Like, really? Like, we do not want Bayley and Alexa at SummerSlam. We want Sasha and Alexa at SummerSlam.
We had Bayley versus Sasha at the beginning of the Monday Night Raw. Then we moved on to Nia versus Emma.
Oh, so yes.
These are all qualifying matches.
No. Emma was just backstage.
Emma was
Emma was just like, bitch, give me my moment. Give me a fucking match.
And
like,
both of us are really like rooting for Emma. Like, we really think she's really good in the ring. So the previous week she said something to Kurt Angle like, I'm gonna fuck your son.
No, it was that night.
She was like, give me my opportunity, I'm gonna fuck your son, talking about Jason Jordan.
Straight up like,
Girl.
well, maybe if I had to get my opportunity, I gotta slide in your son's DMs.
Yes.
And I was like, oh.
Which, you know, he's cute. He's really cute.
Jason Jordan is cute. I didn't know you knew about that.
Yeah, he
Yes,
is.
girl.
Learning something about each other
Oh,
every day.
we are.
It's Emma versus Nia, which, you know, obviously is gonna...
Emma's opportunity.
It was kind of like Kurt Angle's way of being like,
Sit
girl,
down.
yeah, sit down. So she fought Nia, and it didn't end in
It was
her
a
favor.
squash. It was just like, why? Why, Emma?
Give him a chance.
Give Emma
Hashtag.
at least Emma's on TV. That's all that matters. But, and in the turn of events, the following week, Bayley goes up against Nia, and Nia like kind of like jacks her up a little bit, like messes her shoulder up. That's what they're going with, yeah. So then we find out the following week on Raw, when they're in Toronto for Raw, Bayley comes out and it's been announced that now Bayley is not going to participate at SummerSlam against Alexa, and they're gonna have to crown a new #1 contender. And we're like, hey!
She's expected to be out
3 months?
2 or 3 months, 3 months at the most. But, you know, she came out that night and she also was received with quite a few boos from the audience in Toronto, which
included my friend Anthony, who I'm going to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was kind of sad, but
I was laughing. I was like, this crowd's booing Bayley. But then what I loved is that Bayley kind of like responded. Like, Bayley, yes, we need this sass.
Yeah, she got a little sassy, and it was nice to see.
Yeah, we need the sass, Bayley. You can't be all like cookie cutter rainbow bitch all the time. You need to be like, oh, I'm a wrestler too. Like, I kick ass.
We feel like Raw has just been the same. They have so many good women on their roster. Well, besides Dana Brooke. They have so many different other women on their roster besides Sasha and Bayley, and they just keep doing the same thing every week. And we're kind of like not happy that Bayley got injured per se, but it's good because like we saw the following week there were 2 triple threat matches with women on the roster who haven't been used.
No, like including Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
So they had 2 triple threat matches to determine the new #1 contender for the title match at SummerSlam against Alexa. So the first one was going to be Sasha Banks versus Emma versus Alicia Fox. This match was pretty poppin'. Like, I liked it. Alicia was selling the moves. I will give that to her. I knew she was not gonna win. Emma had the chant of the night. They were going, we love Emma. Emma is great. Emma is awesome. Let Emma win.
Yeah.
But she didn't, and Sasha won. I think she busted Emma's mouth open with that knee.
Yeah, she kneed her.
But the spot that was like really cool and crucial was when like Emma like back slammed her onto the apron. We were like, what?
Once again, we kind of felt like that was like Sasha, like doing her thing, like selling the moves. But then again, like going into a match with Sasha on Raw at this point in time in WWE, we knew Sasha was gonna win, but it was really good to see Emma and Alicia out there like doing their thing.
Yeah.
Something different. Like
Something
Raw,
like,
get it together.
So the next triple threat match was, this one was enjoyable.
Love
Who was it?
It was Dana, Nia, and Mickie James.
So we all knew Nia was winning this one. It was not going to be Dana.
My
And
girl.
I mean, I will give Mickie big props for the match. She was a high flyer, but oh my God, like an MVP of the match had to go to Dana because Dana took
She took it, man. She was murdered like 5 different times. She was murdered, resurrected, and then murdered again.
That clothesline was like so severe.
Clothesline to the side of the head by Nia.
She couldn't even sell it. She just fell down.
Yeah,
she was like, and then she wasn't. She was out of it. She was out
she was
of
like,
it.
oh God.
And then she was like picked up and thrown again. And then I don't think she was awake for the last 2 minutes of that match.
No, she was like in a concussive state.
Yes, yes.
Nia fucking leg dropped Dana right on the throat, and she was like, count it, and the ref was like 1, 2, 3, over.
And then Alexa's like, girl, was she getting?
Team Rude.
Team Rude.
She's getting a little serious right now.
But I don't know. Is Nia coming for that title, Alexa?
So as of right now, it's Alexa versus Sasha. Who do you think is leaving SummerSlam the new Raw Women's Champion? Prediction time, guys. Put in your bets.
I mean, not goddamn. I honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with Sasha. I think Sasha's taking it at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think at this point it's kind of like we've said a million times, like Sasha is just winning every week and she's beating all these people, and I think it's at this point it's time for her to be champion.
Yeah.
And then maybe her and Alexa will move on to a feud, which I think could be really good.
Honestly, I think that Sasha will win at SummerSlam. Her and Alexa will have a little bit of like a scuff. There might be a superstar shakeup. Alexa's gonna be taken from the Raw roster again.
So much.
Yep. And then we're gonna have this big old Bayley return celebration. At this point, Sasha's gonna be all ratchet Sasha. Like, I'm the champ. She's gonna be heel. She's gonna be a bad bitch.
We're finally gonna get that heel turn with Sasha. We've been waiting.
And then when Bayley returns, Bayley's gonna be like, Sasha, what happened to you? We were friends. And then Sasha's gonna be like, bitch, where you been at? Okay? You was injured, and I want the championship.
To your ass.
Sasha, Bayley,
Send me the check.
WrestleMania.
We're gonna be at.
We're gonna be there.
Because it's New Orleans.
Hello.
So, money via PayPal if you want to buy tickets.
So speaking of SummerSlam, we also have NXT Takeover that's gonna,
which is so exciting because we talked about this in our last video. Yes, like
undefeated.
And we posted it on our Instagram. If you guys aren't following us, be sure to follow us.
Yep.
That Asuka has held the title longer than anyone else. She has won the recognition. Asuka is the best. But then again, Ember came in last week, a couple weeks ago on NXT and kicked her ass.
Yeah.
So we're really excited.
Yeah,
for
that probably has to be like, I love Asuka and I would love for her to be undefeated even past Ember Moon, but like at the same time, someone has to defeat her. And at this point, Ember is the only one
that is
acceptable.
I don't know. I feel like at this point they let Asuka surpass that milestone, and I kind of still feel like Ember's not going to win this time around.
Ooh. Asuka's going to cheat?
No, I think it's going to be like dragged out, like drug out.
I hope
What's
so.
the proper termination there?
Drugging?
It's going to be made into something bigger than just one pay-per-view.
Oh my god, will Asuka be called up before WrestleMania? Oh my god.
Yeah, but then again, there's that.
I don't know, it's like a give or take. Like, if she wins, it's awesome. If she loses, that means she's coming up. She's coming up. Where's she coming to, girls?
I'm coming up.
Asuka's
Smackdown Live or
some
Monday Night
ass.
Raw. Moving on to Wrasslin
Wrasslin
Rumors. We don't have much to talk about. The first one really isn't a rumor. It's just kind of a statement that we really didn't. I mean, you were kind of shocked by, but I wasn't.
Yeah, you broke the news to me.
Eva Maria's fired.
Yeah, she's out of here. Goodbye.
Bye.
Didn't we miss her?
No, she's like, I won't. No, she's moving on to do her acting thing. You know, on Total Divas, she was always about, like, I want to be the next The Rock. Like, I want to act.
Yeah, I cannot.
Have you seen the preview from her movie? She's like, no.
She gets killed in the movie.
I've had an abortion. I gave up my baby. I don't think she said abortion.
No.
All right, edit that out.
She's done.
Move
I would
on.
rather have her than Lana, though, at this point.
I would rather have Hornswoggle. All right, moving on to something. Moving on to something that you actually brought to my attention that makes us both really infuriated is the fact that the TNA wrestler Sienna the Savage has called out...
Who?
Exactly who. Which, you know what? Let's not be negative again. She's probably doing big things over there, not getting a paycheck every week, but she's doing it. Sienna the Savage basically calling Charlotte Flair out for using her gimmick, stealing her gimmick, including the pinky finger, the tea time with Becky Lynch, and the peacock thing that she's had since WrestleMania. Her feathers look more like turkey feathers.
Yeah, you're honestly... Seriously, China had the peacock feathers like long ago. So can you not? And then to be on Twitter and be like, oh, is that not part of your WWE script?
Bitch,
like, who are you?
You're so mad, like I said, that you're having to chase somebody down for your paycheck.
Nobody cares, boo.
Charlotte Flair is amazing and beautiful, and back the fuck up.
Yeah, seriously. And to be like, you took my pinky, you took my makeup? What makeup? What are you talking about makeup? What's Charlotte's makeup? I don't really know.
I just don't get, like, okay, we get it. Her dad is Ric Flair. You people can say whatever you want about her, like, having an upper hand because that's her dad, but that bitch wrestles and she outperforms like everybody she wrestles with. Like, she is so good.
She is very good.
And what is the big deal? Like, obviously she saw her dad wrestle. She was like, I want to do that. Like, why does she get hate because she wanted to do that?
On to more important things.
Paige
tweeted that she's returning.
She did an interview along with Alberto El Patron, basically stating that she is rehabbing her injury and she's going to be returning very soon. kind of, what is the word?
Speculating?
No.
Tantalizing?
No, what is the word?
Herpes? No, I'm just kidding.
Not cementing the idea that she's definitely returning
yeah,
to WWE.
Stop fucking with us, bitch. Come back.
Just like,
Baby,
are you
come
coming
back
or not? Yeah, so it was reported that Brian Kendrick, who is a part of the 205 Live, the Cruiserweight division on...
Eva Marie's trainer.
Yeah, he trained Eva Marie, gave her the sliced red. He's apparently getting ready to train Ronda Rousey to fight in a WWE ring.
Brr. We don't like that. I'm sorry. Anyways, speaking of UFC people, who's this?
I don't know what her first name is, but her in-ring last name is Cyborg. Like Teen Titans. Does anybody watch Teen Titans? I watch it all the time because I have a little sister.
I love it.
She recently won the UFC championship for the women. I don't know what it's called.
Women's
but
UFC champion?
Probably.
Chip?
That's probably what it's called. And she basically called out Becky Lynch.
Oh, girl.
Of all people.
I know, right?
She called out Becky Lynch and she was like, I want to fight you.
Will she have a match at SummerSlam with Becky?
She's very intimidating. She's like China.
Becky, don't accept.
Oh my god, we didn't talk about how Bri Bella's coming back.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah, she recently, which obviously they're filming Total Divas, so
yeah.
You know, this is a whole nother like vortex we're being sucked into where it could just be like shit for the camera. Yeah, and she was training with her husband Daniel Bryan, who is the general manager of Smackdown Live, and also she was there with Nia Jax and her sister Nikki Bella, training and ready to come back to the ring, which, you know, I'd rather see Nikki, but...
I know, that's right.
Also, don't forget that just in a couple of weeks, the Mae Young Classic is going to be live on WWE Network.
We're so excited.
$9.99 a month.
We're gonna do a whole thing just for the Mae Young Classics, and we have a bunch of fun stuff coming for you guys. We're trying to do like maybe like a makeup tutorial because, you know, people
like
love that
send us suggestions of people like WWE wrestlers, women wrestlers that you want us to see. Like, I'm gonna do his makeup.
He's gonna do he's gonna do she's makeup. He's gonna do my makeup like Nikki Bella. Maybe
which, by the way, she's so great.
Oh, I love Nikki. So for SummerSlam, my lovely co-host Bri Anna won't be here. I'm actually going to be traveling to Toronto, Canada to meet a friend of mine who
loves wrestling just as much as we do.
Yes, it's a very weird story. I met this individual. It's like a I know it's weird. It's like
it's a romance, like The Notebook.
It's like a modern day pen pal. I met Anthony 3 years ago via Instagram on
3 years.
3 years. 3 years ago.
I thought it was like 6 months.
No, boo. It's been 3. I met him when I lived with you at the Trouble Wives.
What? This is news to me.
Via a Tori Wilson hashtag. I'd gotten that Playboy.
Isn't it amazing?
It is amazing.
Nowadays, you can meet someone.
I hashtagged Tori Wilson on Instagram possibly 3 years ago.
Friend in Toronto.
I've not met.
Oh, he hasn't met him yet.
It was because of our mutual admiration for Tori Wilson and
Britney Spears.
No, that hasn't happened yet.
Oh, God,
so
okay,
I know we ended up like following each other on Instagram, and then we ended up being Facebook friends, and just in the past like 8 months, I ended up like getting him on Snapchat. He sends me Tori Wilson lessons. Shout out to Tori Wilson lessons if you get them. And I was kind of like, you can. I kind of put it out there about maybe like 6 or 8 months ago. I was like, yo, I have a passport. Can I come to Toronto and finally meet you? And he's like, word, I'm ready to do it. Lo and behold, I found out his best friend of like forever and his roommate is a huge Britney Spears fan. And if you follow my YouTube channel, you know that I'm like a avid Britney Spears fan. So I'm going there. And who isn't? Girl, I'm glad you said that. So I'm going there next weekend to finally meet Anthony and his best friend, Britney lover, Matthew. And that's what
black cat that I've seen through your guys' conversation on our Instagram page.
So I'm going to be there for episode 4 of We Watch Women's Wrestling for a very special From Toronto
SummerSlam edition
video. I'm happy about it. It's fun. I can't wait.
And scene.